Okay, this will be game 4 of the 162, playing as the Pirates, going against the Dodgers here. One thing I did notice and on the actual game footage is that the volume was up pretty loud, so he probably got some crackling in there. So we're going to go ahead and start this game, and just like the others, I am not going to do any commentary. I'm just going to play it and let the announcers do it. And here we go.
The NL Central
Enjoy.
takes on the West. We'll see the Pittsburgh Pirates as they play against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Some great April baseball headed your way next.
Now to get rolling here, here's Jose Tabata.
He's been trying desperately to get back on track with only 3 hits in his last 13.
Oh, and it's a tough trend. When you're a leadoff guy, you really need to be able to set the table for the meat of your lineup.
And a rang outside the zone for a ball.
Well, you got to like the way he's changing speed and mixing up his pitches. He just missed, though, with that changeup down and away.
To right center. Kemp will field. And he gets over and grabs it with the left.
Speed helps on the bases, and it helps in the outfield. Center fielders have good speed. He showed it there running.
There's a swing, line drive, center field. And Pittsburgh with their first hit.
Well, he did his job right there, getting on base. Now with 1 out, let's see if they can move him around and get him in scoring position.
With 1 away, Andrew McCutchen is at the plate. 2 away.
Now the center fielder has to range to his left, but able to track this one down and make it look easy.
And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And that gets through for a base hit. He's going to try for third.
That's textbook base running right there. As he's approaching second base, he picks up the third base coach, gets the sign to keep on coming, and now they got runners at the corners.
And we've got Jones batting. Ball 1 to begin this at bat, 1-0. And there's the inside pitch from Harang. And taken outside by Jones for a ball.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
This one to Gordon. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. And first chance coming up for the Dodgers. And doing the pitching, it'll be Kevin Correa, who's going to start for Pittsburgh. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. This one to Alvarez. That retires Gordon. 1 away.
Well, changing speeds helps a pitcher a lot. You get the hitter off balance, it turns into easy outs like this, pop up for short.
And James Loney stands in.
So you look at the Pirates and think, well, 36 and 45 record on the road in 2011, that's not too good. But relatively speaking, 19 more road wins than they had in 2010, so it's an improvement.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball, though, 2-1. That Pirates improvement on the road, that's what you're looking for when you're in a franchise that's just trying to take 1 step at a time.
Hey, listen, right now, when the Pirates come into town, they're not just a team that you're marking in the win column. They're going to battle you. You need to play good baseball to beat them.
Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. Refuses to go after it. Missed. Ball 4.
That shows the confidence this guy has in the changeup, throwing it on a 3-ball count. He wanted him to chase, but he didn't go for it.
And here's Matt Kemp.
Well, the 2011 NL MVP race was essentially a 2-horse race. Kemp started the year hot, but in the end, Braun took the award home as his team finished atop their division. You look at the numbers, though, and really both of them could have been MVPs.
And that's going to be a base hit for Kemp. When we talk about Kemp, certainly all the numbers were there. Very impressive full season. Probably being on a ball club that just got lost in the shuffle hurt him.
Yeah, it did, but how can you feel bad for Matt Kemp? Yes, he put up MVP numbers. If his team was better, he probably would have won it. But he parlayed that year into an 8-year, $160 million deal. And if he plays close to his numbers in 2011, he's going to earn every penny of it.
Over to second for 1. And they get it. They turn 2. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Still scoreless in L.A. Beautiful night. Sights and sounds of Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium. Very nice breeze coming through here. Alvarez is in the batter's box. Over 5 career at-bats. He's 0 off Harang. And misses below the knees. Ball 2.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Here's the 2-1. And Pedro Alvarez swings and misses. It's going to be an even count now.
I tell you what, that two-seam fastball is a tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark, but he was trying. Give him credit. Came up empty.
One away.
Fast reaction by the pitcher right there. That ball got back on him quickly. He makes the play. Nice job.
And we're going to see Barnes, and he watches the low pitch from Harang. Here's the 1-0. Barmes grounds it. Aston Jr.'s there. Barmes is retired. It's Barajas at the plate. He's not hit well in this particular matchup. Just 167 off the Dodgers.
And just hasn't ever been able to get dialed in against this team throughout his career.
Doesn't get the call on the slider. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Liner towards the hole. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
Now that's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. So a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Harang. He's off to a commanding start. And the Dodgers, their turn coming up. And it's Sands batting. A win in their last contest for the Dodgers. And that one adding to the win streak for him. It's now up to 6. 0-1 the count. Getting going here in the bottom of the second. Now you look at that long battle. The bats we finally saw coming through in the 13th.
Well, not only that, the offense did come through in the 13th, but how about the pitching in the bottom of the 13th inning to preserve this win?
Fastball in there, called third strike. 1 out.
Well, just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. And in the batter's box, here's Mitchell. Batting .250 lifetime, 3 for 12 record against the Pirates. Check swing, but it's in there. 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And he steps on first. That's the second out. Hairston Jr. at the plate. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that's the third out. That'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Correa. He emerges from the first 2 innings unscathed. Third inning coming up. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. Correa is the batter. He's going to start the third here. Oh, and that one runs in and gets him.
I'll tell you what, when you hit the pitcher with a pitch, it always seems that sooner or later things are going to be.
Swing, hot shot. Nope. That one right off the pitcher. That's 1. And that's 2. Another play. But a quick recovery that time gets the out. And we've got Presley here. Had a base hit his last time up. And he watches the low pitch from Harang.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
The 1-1 pitch. That swung on and flied to right. And that one is in there. His second hit today. He's going to try to stretch it. Now heading to third base. And he'll stop at third. That's a 3-bagger.
Well, the one thing you never want to do is make the last out at third base to end an inning. But he was able to get in there with that great speed just in time.
And it's Andrew McCutchen now. One of the most walked players in the league a year ago. And goodbye. Pittsburgh's got one on the board.
At the plate for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a 2-run shot like that.
Now, Pirates getting to the pitching right now, Gary, and you have to wonder how much pressure he's feeling here as this offense just seems to keep on rolling.
Ball! And he'll leave that one alone, Neil Walker, and he lets it go, and it'll even the count. And the home run there, Steve, the pitching's going to have to be very careful now.
Well, that's right. Damage control is critical. You don't want this inning to get out of control.
The 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the block. He doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1. And look now at the pitch type distribution. One of the hallmarks of being effective is mixing up your pitches.
Well, I think it's a circle change that we've been seeing him going with quite a bit in this one. He's using it pretty often.
You know, one of the things I've been noticing, he has not been throwing the slider as much as we're used to seeing it. And it could be a tremendous weapon for him. We'll see if he leans on it more heavily later in the game because he needs to find some outs.
That will bring up Garrett Jones. Flew out last time. Kemp will field. That one's grabbed. Side retired. So they bring across 2 runs, the first 2 runs of the game here in the 3rd inning, figuring out that pitching. Pittsburgh in charge, 2-0. And Bard's in the box.
Number 3, John Bard.
It's fouled away. Oh! Here it comes. 1-0 is a curve and a called strike.
If you saw his last game, you got a chance to see that he swung the bat well in that one, picking up a couple of knocks.
Take something off. It's 1-2 now.
Well, you rarely see a pitcher try to throw a changeup inside. You know that was a mistake right there. He's going to have to straighten that pitch up or he's going to get hurt.
That's 1 away. And we're going to see Harang here.
Number 40, Aaron Harang.
Just missed with the fastball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. 1-0 pitches a slider. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Here's a strike, bottom half of the zone. 1-2 now.
He has great bite on this slider, throwing it down and into the hitter. Gets away with one, and he gets in for the strike.
Fastball got him. 2 down.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
And in the batter's box, it's Gordon. He has hit extremely well, going .500 against the Pirates.
And you know, Gary, a lot of times you just see the other team's jersey and you know you have the confidence that you can hit against them.
And that's the ball. Now 3-0. D. Gordon. We'll see if he gets the green light on this next one. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Hey, look, you'd love to see him hit a double earlier in the inning when there's no outs or even 1 out. But you're going to take anything you can get with 2 outs. Let's see if they can get another 2-out hit to drive him in.
And it's James Loney in the box now.
Boy, he's had a sweet swing lately over the last few games with 7 hits in his last 21. They just cannot seem to keep him off base. He's tough at bats, fighting off good pitches, finding a way to get on.
And there's McCutcheon, out number 3. Little offense found against Kevin Correa so far. Good inning. No runs allowed through 3. And the Pirates, it'll be their turn coming up. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. Alvarez is in the batter's box. And a 1-ball count as we get going here in the 4th.
This guy's all about that power curveball, Gary, and it's a beauty.
The pitch from Harang. Swings and misses at that fastball. Now it's 2-1. Steve, it is a rare combination, what you were talking about with that power curve, to have that, the movement, and the location.
Well, it really becomes a take pitch for the hitter. So many times they just give up on it, thinking that it's a fastball, and then seeing it break out of the zone.
You're out. Slider, that's taken. Strike 3, 1 away.
Well, good late breaking movement on that slider. Down and away, exactly where you want to pitch it. He gets the punch out.
And we're going to see Vargas grounded out last time. Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
I really like what we've seen from Harang here. His teammates have to be real happy with him.
One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your location. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this... A swing line to left center. That one gets through for a base hit. Boy, I don't know in that count, Steve. Number 1, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
It's Barajas at the plate. And looking at the numbers, last year he hit 177 against the Dodgers here at Dodger Stadium.
No success in this ballpark last year, but you know what? It's a new year and he has new opportunities.
And it's fouled off. And Harang outside the zone for a ball.
We started the curveball away, and it broke further away just off the plate.
Low and a bit outside for a ball. 3-2 now.
Well, hitters know those two-seam fastballs down on the
Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. But the throw is wide. He's in there at second. Good offensive chance here.
Well, you would like to see him done it on the first.
Drops down a bunt. He's up with it. In time for the out.
He's got a shot of getting out of this now. Big time out. Now he's got 2 down. He's only 1 out away from working out of this jam.
And Tabita's coming up to the plate. 0 for 2 thus far. Slider just misses the black. Falls behind 2-0. 11 at-bats last season. Only a couple of hits off the Dodgers. And the 2-0 pitch is a fastball low. 3-0.
Flat fastball.
There's a ground ball. And Hairston Jr. gets it. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. They give 2 men in scoring position. Couple of hits. Can't get them home, though. Pittsburgh 2. The Dodgers nothing. Things will start getting a little more difficult as we look to the 3rd man to lead it off. And Matt Kemp up. So far a 1-for-1 in the game off Correa.
I know he's able to get a hit off the fastball the last time, but I think you have to go right back there and challenge him again. I mean, I'm not saying you have to throw it in the same location or the same eye level, but you have to be able to go back to using your fastball. You can't shy away from it.
Here's the pitch. Curveball in there for a called strike 3.
It seemed like he made it easy. 3 pitches, big strikeout.
Can't get rid of a guy any quicker than that. Only took 3 and he's gone. And it's Andre Ethier now.
Well, it seems like every year someone starts creeping towards history, and Andre Ethier tried to do it last year. Had a 30-game hitting streak to start the season and set an April record with 23 straight games in that month.
And it's Sands batting.
Oh, Gary, we see that guy get hit with a pitch. I mean, sometimes, listen, as a pitcher, you just lose the grip on the ball. You just
That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And it's going to be McCutchen. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. The Pirates still out in front.
Up to the plate.
And we've got Presley here. Let's take a look at what he's doing on these first pitch to hitters.
Gary, now take a look at what's happened when he goes 1-0 in the count. He falls behind. He's given up a home run and a couple of hits, and I mean, they're just teeing off on him.
Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. And he watches the low pitch from Harang. He watches the fastball go by. Now it's 2-2.
Well, the pitcher going for that hole, and most hitters swing up and in. He found that strike zone with a 4-seam fastball, and he couldn't get to it.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4. He blocked him.
Well, you know the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had a chance to put the hitter away, and now he has to go from the stretch to try to keep this inning from getting out of hand.
So Andrew McCutchen will come up. That's in the dirt. He traps it. Here's the pitch. And Andrew McCutchen works this to a hitter's count 3-1.
Well, that's what you like to see. Power going against power. That two-seamer with great movement, and the batter swinging for the fences. The pitcher won this battle.
And there's the second out of double play. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. He's in his 4th year now. Called strike, and Harang's got him 0-1. Here's the delivery. And he'll leave that one alone, Neil Walker, and he lets it go, and it'll even the count. The 1-1 on the way. Line towards third and foul. Slider called strike 3. Side is retired. No scoring here ending this half inning. And the Dodgers, their turn coming up.
Up to the plate.
Here's Jerry Hairston Jr. leading it off.
Correa has been just going through this lineup like they have no chance at all. It's like they're high schoolers out there.
Well, It's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
Well, you can see with the success he's having, and the numbers prove it. He's stayed consistently tricky throughout this game.
No, that's right, John. No question about that. He's comfortable throwing any pitch at any time of the count, and that keeps hitters off balance and sometimes make them look silly.
And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a good heads-up play. But you have to know the hitter and his speed. Don't hesitate. Get over and beat him to the bag.
And Bard's in the box. 1 for 3 off Kevin Correa. And he steps on first. That's the second out. And we're going to see Harang here. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Foul! The pitch. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2.
They need more offense right now, Gary. I mean, only leaving 2 runners on base. We're moving through the middle part of this game, heading into the later part of the game. I mean, they need to give themselves some opportunities to score runs. Patience at the plate. Get somebody on.
Save your arm. Do it by pitching only 8 times in 1 inning, 3 outs. The Dodgers unable to get on the board. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Truck and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. And we've got Jones batting. He'll get things started off as we go to the 6th. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1. And he hit 3 for 4 last year against Aaron Harang. A smash towards the hole, and Loney pulls it in. Alvarez is in the batter's box.
A lot of heads were turned in 2010 when Pedro Alvarez was called up by the Pirates. Came in, made an immediate impact. A lot of hope for 2011. Didn't quite live up to him.
And strike 2. Now Aaron Harang. He's got some pitchers to fool around with here. And the definition of the sophomore slump, well, you look at Pedro Alvarez, 191 batting average.
He had some injuries, and when he came back, he was sent down to the minors. Tried to get him to work on some things. Didn't matter what he tried. 2011 was a wasted year for Pedro Alvarez.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact.
Hit in the air to left center. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. Pittsburgh 2, the Dodgers nothing.
Batting for the Los Angeles
And in the batter's box, it's Gordon.
Number 9.
What's he doing to start these hitters out? Let's take a look at how he's beginning.
You want your pitchers to be aggressive and go at the hitters and work ahead in the count. And first pitch strike's the way to do it.
That one swung on, hit in the air. The catch is made.
Gary, he's settling into a groove right here. Number 6 in a row that he set down.
James Loney now will dig in. There's one away.
Had a real strong offensive game last time out. 3 big base hits.
This at bat underway. 1-0 after that first pitch miss.
But Gary, they've only left a couple runners on base offensively so far through the middle part of this ball game, and they're going to have to give themselves more opportunities to see if they can't come up with that big base hit. That's just not enough offense.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lays off that fastball. It's a called strike. 2-2.
In order to throw that fastball away from the hitter, you have to get great extension out in front. Nice job of pitching.
Holds off on that slider, and it's 3-2.
Well, he went for the backdoor slider right there, but he laid off the pitch. Good eye.
Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
Well, clearly the slider's working today. He's working the corners, getting that late movement, getting a lot of strikeouts on the slider today.
And Matt Kemp up. He's the RBI leader from a year ago. And it's 0-2. Kemp, they'll be careful. They'll try and K him.
Some kind of player, no doubt about it. They're glad to have him in the lineup because he can get it done, and he got it done all season long last year, Gary.
Barajas positioning himself. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And Talbot is there. That's caught. Side is retired.
An outstanding effort so far in this one. 6 shutout innings, making pitches when he needs to. Defense helping him behind him. An outstanding team effort so far.
And the Pirates, it'll be their turn coming up. We'll get a look at that leadoff hitter due up here in the inning.
Now up to the plate.
It's Barajas at the plate. All right, now a look at the number of quality strikes that this guy has thrown today. John, Steve, is there anything there that stands out?
Well, you can see what his strategy is today, staying away from these hitters.
Gotta love his ability to keep the ball on the outside part of the plate, making the hitters try to reach for the ball. It's hard to drive it out of the ballpark when it's out there.
Swinging a drive, deep left center. And that's number one. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
It's going to be Correa now. Last time through, he had a sacrifice bunt. Now it's two away, and Taveras coming up to the plate. Grounded out his last time through. And a rang outside the zone for a ball.
Well, looking at this guy's pitch count, he's up over 80 pitches thus far. You wonder how long they're going to
hit up the middle. Hairston Jr.'s there. Throws to first, side is retired. No runs, no hits, nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. Seventh inning stretch time at Dodger Stadium.
Now up to the plate.
And here's Andre Ethier leading it off. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He wants to get some hacks in here. Fastball misses away. 1-0.
Deep into the ball game, only 2 hits for this offense, and clearly they've been overmatched here.
There's a swing and a ground ball. Barmes picks it up. 1-0.
Well, big out right there. Listen, he's on his way to a shutout right now. They've not been able to muster much against him. This is a critical time of the game. He's getting a little fatigued, and they've seen him a couple times already. He's got to make his pitch.
And it's Sands batting. Popped out of foul territory last time. And he swings and hits this one foul. He delivers. And that's taken outside for a ball 2, 1 strike count.
Now, Gary, this is a breaking ball down and away, and it just runs off the plate for a ball this time.
The pitch that time at the knees, 2-2. A slider that misses. 3-2.
Well, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
3-2 on the way. And another foul ball.
Well, this is a great at-bat right here, and you see that the 7th pitch of this at-bat makes a great pitch on the hitter. Just foul tips it. Now we have a greater battle going.
Rung him up. Strike 3. Count that one as a K.
Oh, Gary, that's a great pitch right there. Great command and control. Hitting his spot down and in. It makes it real tough on the hitter.
And in the batter's box, here's Mitchell. Last time up, flew out. 1-0 pitch, a slider in there. 1-1. That one is swung on. Tabata's going to play it. And there's the third out.
Oh, he's absolutely mowing them down here today, Gary, and they haven't been able to muster any sort of offensive attack against him here at all.
The Pirates still out in front. Batters 2 through 4 coming right up. Now we've got Presley here. Well, it's keeping up with the hit trends in this one. Let's take a look at the pitches that he's thrown on the mound that have been put in play.
This guy's four-seamer's been hit 3 times throughout this game.
No, the hits he's given up off of that pitch, I don't think he's going to use it much more as he works his way through the lineup. But overall, you've got to be pleased with how he's competed.
Sharp slider. That's going to get down into the dirt for a ball. The 1-2 on its way. Gets in front, stopped it. It's in the dirt. Grounded softly to short. Picked by Gordon. And his throw gets him away.
He's got everything working for him right now. Every pitch he's throwing for a strike. That's 9 in a row that he's set down.
And it's Andrew McCutchen now.
A mix of good and bad for Andrew McCutchen in 2011.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And he gets that one down. His second hit. 2 for 4 today. For McCutchen, a question of doesn't matter where he hits. The number 3 spot, he did pretty well, but not John. Ground ball, Walker. And Gordon is there. And Walker's retired.
For the Pittsburgh Pirates.
They might have had a shot at getting the runner at third base, but much safer. Make the second out of the
Swung on, hit. Gordon hauls that one in. Oh, he has thrown it away, safe all around. And they bring him home. And he throws it away, and everybody's safe. Alvarez is in the batter's box. Hitless so far, he'll get another shot at it now. You have 2 outs here in the inning, only need 1 more. The last thing you want is a big 2-out hit. They're not going to chance it with this guy.
Yeah, but I don't understand this. You've already got 2 outs.
There's a swing and contact. This one to Kemp. And that's going to do it in this half inning. They score a run on 1 hit, and they strand a couple. Pittsburgh on top by 3. We got the bottom 3 in the lineup due up. Hairston Jr. at the plate. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And Tabit is there. Rounds over, puts it away.
A masterful performance out there today. They've not been able to get any sort of offense going. And I'll tell you what, he's going to make people notice this is an outstanding effort.
And Bard's in the box. Grounded out his last time up. Inside for a ball, evens the count at 1.
He's really only held them to 2 hits so far today, Gary. So he's been on top of his game out there. He's made it look easy, and you know it could possibly be a day the bullpen doesn't have to get used and can get some rest.
Takes a swing at that fastball, but doesn't make contact, and it goes even at 2. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that's a base hit. Gets down in front of him.
Well, anytime you have 2 hits in a game, it will build confidence, and he's carrying it over into this game.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
Changeup waved at and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 hit up the middle, and it's plucked off the field. That's 1 out, and a deuce, a double play.
Well, Gary's been a step ahead of the hitters the entire day. You got to like his chances to close this one out with a shutout.
The Dodgers unable to get on the board. It's Barajas at the plate. He'll start the night. Out on the mound, we'll see Blake Hawksworth as they make the pitching swap. Here's the pitch. Missed badly with a change there. 1-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch right there to lay off of. That changeup down and away and out of the strike zone.
Smash towards the middle. That should be a base hit.
Well, anytime you bring in a relief pitcher to come in a key situation, the last thing you want to do is for him to...
And he squares around, gets down the bunt. Over to second for 1. And they turn the double play. And Tabit is coming up to the plate. Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1.
It's hard to get the kind of action you want on a 2-seam fastball up in the zone, but his location away caused it to be effective anyways.
There's a ground ball picked by Gordon. Throws on to first. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Pirates 3. The Dodgers nothing. Leading it off is D. Gordon. Flew out last time. Swing and miss and a ball out of the zone.
They just have not been able to mount any offensive opportunities in this one. I mean, 2 runners left on base. We're in the 9th inning here, so this has been all about pitching.
D. Gordon not fooled by that one, and that's going to even the count. 1-1 pitch, slider, taken for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming. That's hit foul by Gordon, and Jones takes care of that one. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Ball! Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
And it's James Loney in the box now. 0 for 2 thus far. That one hit pretty well, but it goes foul off to the right. Pitch on the way. Frozen on the changeup, and it's 1-2 now.
What an outstanding pitch. Changing speeds, hitting your spots. throw that changeup away.
Struck out another. One more, and he's got it done.
Great pitching here today, Gary. Looks like he might make it all the way. One more out, all they need for the shutout.
And Matt Kemp to bat. Last time up, flew out. Ball one started off the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
Oh, that one in the dirt. Good play by the catcher. Kept it in front of him. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Kemp on that one to knock the count. Well, when you put a game together like we've seen here from this pitcher, it only comes with throwing a lot of quality strikes. Here's how he's getting it done.
Well, just impressed with this young man, the way he's just hit the lower part of that strike zone. When you can keep the ball down, you have a recipe for success.
Boy, he's so accurate on that corner as well. And I tell you, that ability to repeat his delivery and get that release point where he wants it. Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
It's time now to recognize our player of the game.
Well, you know, when you're facing a tough pitcher, it doesn't take long to realize that we're in for a tough day. And this team found out very early how tough this pitcher was going to be on them in this game. He's a top-flight starter, but he had everything going and mowed down this lineup. And this sends a message to the rest of the league also that this guy is for real and ready to go.
Real good ball game. Great battle here, and the pitching, the better part of it, came away with a win.
And before the game, you probably would have thought 3 runs might not be enough to win this game, but lo and behold, it was.
This is Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Hope you had a great time, as good as we did. Then you're all set. See you next time.